Today's back to school spot, we'll be having a look at the Dudley, the Flare combination lock. Dudley, a school standard since 1922. This is a bike combination lock with an added bonus of an LED backlit dial for use with bicycles and outdoor equipment, outdoor sporting equipment. Spot picked this up in red. There are other colors available as well. On the back of the package, it doesn't get easier than this. How to set your combination, which Spot will show you when we get this opened up. The lock is made of a braided steel cable with protective vinyl coating to protect bike finish. Set your own combination with integrated LED light, and LED illuminates for 15 seconds after pushing the LED button, all of which we will have a look at later. Certainly, if you want to check out more, come to us from the good folks over at Dudley. You can go to www.dudleylock.com. What I am going to do is take a break. I'm going to get this off, or certainly off its packaging, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the Flare combination lock. There's definitely more to come. Stay tuned. Unlike the claw, which Spot has reviewed already, the fiber, the actual steel fiber, is a little shorter on the Flare than on the other lock. This would be more ideal if you're having a closer locking, for example, if you're locking your bike to the actual bike frame, or if you're going to lock your bike to a actual bike rack. It's still a large enough size that you can be able to wrap it around. You don't have to worry about that. The combination is featured down below. Right now set to 000. I like that there's a good enough space in between the two connectors to the lock where you can still get your thumb in there. You can adjust it. You don't have to, get around the obstruction of having these cables in the way. There's lots of room there. As Spot already indicated, the combination is 0000. This lining up these arrows will tell you where you to set the combination to. To open it, you're just going to press this little button on the side, and it pops it out. One thing I like, though I'm not sure it was intended, but one thing I like about the lock is that it doesn't have just an immediate pop-out release. To put the lock in, you're just going to snap it in, but pressing the button, especially if you're... I like the idea personally that when you press the button, it doesn't pop out completely. You still have to pull it out. For me, that's just like an added bit of security. Again, I wasn't sure if it's intended that way, but I like the fact that you still have to pull the lock out. It's not just a quick release. To change the combination, there is a reset button on the back. Right there, you're just going to hold that in and change the combination to what you desire it to be. 4 numbers, so you have you certainly have a lot more than a couple. You have many options to choose from. Your battery compartment is located at the bottom. Looks like it takes a Phillips to adjust it. Just to take the compartment out, put the batteries in. A nice metallic finish on the base there. And obviously the main draw, and one thing I really like about the Flare, is the idea of the LED light. Now, an LED light, from initial thoughts, you might think to yourself, well, why would you want to put an LED light on a lock? That makes absolutely no sense. But I know when I was younger, taking my bike anywhere, especially at night, the hardest part was trying to make out the combination when it was pitch black. Don't laugh, but sometimes what I ended up using was I used my old Timex Indiglo watch. Yes, I know, I had one. I pressed the little button and then quickly hold it up to my bike lock so I could figure out the combination. As far as I know, this is the first bike lock to actually have an LED backlit. It's such a smart idea. I don't know why it hasn't been thought of sooner. To activate, you're just going to press the button down below, and you're going to see it lights up really bright. Now, I have light at the time that I'm shooting this review, but you can see it lights up really bright. It lights up the brightest, obviously, where those numbers are right at the combination point, and it lights up in a red. It lights up for 15 seconds too, so you're not going to have to worry about holding the button while you're adjusting the combination. It's going to last for 15 seconds. 15 seconds gives you lots of time to adjust your combination end to unlock the bike lock. Such a small, simple idea, but something that makes perfect sense. Obviously, a lot of people, when you're bike riding, you're not always going to be bike riding during the day. It's obviously safest for you to be riding your bike during the day, but if you are going to be riding your bike at night, you may not always have a light source. You may not be always under a lamp, or you may not always have a flashlight readily available. I know nowadays with cell phones and stuff, but even if you don't even have a cell phone, the idea of having a backlit lock, it seems like such a why didn't I think about that, or why didn't I come up with that idea? But I like it. I like it quite a bit. It's a secure lock. The functionality of having a light up backlit is definitely a great idea. These are available in pretty much as with all the other stuff that Spot's reviewed. Any place that really sells back to school items, you can check out there, and they will have the flares available. Also, again, if you want to follow Dudley, you can go to www.dudleylocks.com. Today's back to school spot, we're having a look at the Dudley Flare bike lock. A lock with a light. Kind of has one of those light bulb ideas. Why didn't I think about that? Or why didn't I come up with that? Certainly stick around, though, guys. Spot's got more back to school spots heading your way. I'll see you guys next time.